All right, let's now check in with meteorologist John Adams. Now, when is that rain supposed to get here? Because I'm excited about it.
Well, it'll be coming in as we get along toward 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere along in there. We should have pretty good rain across East Texas, but we're already starting to see some thunderstorms develop in the area, so it could arrive even a little bit earlier than that. Thunderstorms moving out of the picture to the south did become severe down around the Cleveland vicinity, the Lake Livingston area as well, but those are moving away from us. And what we are seeing is this activity also moving away from us, but did clip parts of the Lake of the Pines area, moving over into the Shreveport vicinity now. To the north, we're seeing thunderstorms beginning to move down to the I-30 corridor. They're now north of Mount Pleasant, and then out to the west around Gun Barrel City and that general area. We are seeing thunderstorms move in there. None of that activity in East Texas right now, at least none that's affecting our area, is severe. Meanwhile, the severe outlook shows there's a slight risk of severe storms for East Texas as we go through the night, and that will last into the early morning hours of Monday. Main threats will be damaging wind gusts, large hail, and there could also be some flash flooding. Low risk of tornadoes, but you can't totally rule those out. It was a warm day across East Texas. High temperatures made it into the low 90s. Normally we're around 87 on this date, and then coming up for Monday afternoon, we'll again be seeing temperatures into the mid 80s with upper 80s down in the deep East Texas area. Satellite and radar shows a lot of this activity is being triggered by not only the heat today, but by a front that's lying across the area. And there is likely to be a severe thunderstorm watch issued, which will cover western sections of East Texas as well as parts of central Texas and the Texas Hill Country. Futurecast shows that as we go on through the night, here about 10 o'clock, we're seeing some pretty good general rains moving into the northern part of the area. Potential for severe storms as well. They will move on toward the south, keep moving southward as we go through the midnight hour and then into the early morning hours there of Monday. We'll have more showers and thunderstorms developing. Still a possibility some of those could be severe Monday morning. Moving on into the sunrise time on Monday, we'll have cloudy skies, a lot of the rain kind of beginning to break up a bit, but there'll be more moving in as we go through the day on Monday, and still a potential some of those could be severe. By Monday evening, it'll be should be trending downward as far as the severity of the weather, but still getting some showers in the area, and that could linger especially in deep East Texas and some of our eastern counties into a Tuesday afternoon, and Tuesday afternoon late. There'll still be some rain going on that'll be benefiting East Texas as well, with a lesser chance of severe storms. Deep East Texas could see some activity into the middle of the week, while the northern sections of the area, probably your rain will be over about Tuesday, and the rest of the week looks warm and dry with high temperatures mostly near 90 degrees. Overnight, a low temperature around 71, slight risk of severe storms. Chance of rain is 80%, south winds at 10 will gust as high as 20 miles per hour. Monday, high temperature 85, thunderstorms could still be severe. That's a 60% chance, winds turning northerly at around 10 miles per hour. After that, we'll see a chance for some showers lingering into the midweek hours of deep East Texas, but for the northern sections of the area, which we're depicting here, we should see sunshine starting Tuesday into the weekend. Again, high temperatures close to 90, overnight lows in the upper 60s. And for deep East Texas, you'll continue with that chance of a few isolated showers Wednesday and Thursday. Your temperatures topping out into the low 90s, overnight low temperatures into the 60s. Tori?
Thank you, John.